So in November 2022, basically what happened, which I still can't believe, to be honest, it's like just completely and utterly disgusting. Someone I know, but I don't know well enough, basically said to me, not only am I too autistic, right? I am trying too hard to be autistic and I should just be normal. And if I was normal, not only would I be able to get a job, I would be able to function more properly because I'm normal. It's been about a year and a half since that happened, and I think about a lot about what they said, and I think it's just absolutely disgusting that ever happened to begin with. It is vile, it is a form of bullying, it is verbal abuse, it is not only ableism, it is autistic specific ableism, and I will not stand for any other kind of behaviour in my life or wherever else I see it. It doesn't matter if it's on social media, it doesn't matter where it is. I will not stand for that kind of behaviour. The fact that that was said directly to me, directly to my face as a person, directly to me in real life, in real time, means that that person had no shame to say that. They just did it. They maybe didn't even think about it. I have so many thoughts and feelings and things I just have to say about this. You just can't say that to people. It is disgusting. It's just, if you're going to have those kind of judgments and thoughts and assumptions and remarks and comments, keep it in your head, write it down, but don't say that to another person. It is, in my opinion, one of the most disgusting things that has ever happened to me in terms of like verbal comments going on. Is probably the most disgusting thing anybody's ever said to me. Not only was it said to me to my face, they not only just said, oh, you shouldn't be autistic, you're, implied. It was also 2 or 3 reasons, as I just previously stated, why I am being too autistic. And apparently, according to them, I can be too autistic, right? That's what I don't understand. They're not autistic themselves. They don't have the right to say that. They don't have the right to say it to anybody. For some reason, I don't know why I was attacked. I don't know. I had done nothing wrong. I think I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. But to say that to anybody is just, it's disgusting and never should have happened. 18 months on or a year and a half on, roughly, because I don't quite keep dates. I don't keep dates of things like this. But I do know it's about a year and a half later. Obviously that incident, that effect, that whole conversation, it still triggers me. It still makes me angry. I obviously see a psych to talk about that, and I'm keeping it as best as I can. But that's the most vile, disgustingly inhumane type of comment that's ever said to me in my life in real time to me. If it was said over the internet, it would be a different story. I actually don't get hate mail or hate comments online, which is really, really good because I got a small following, so I'm not out in the open, if that makes sense. But I just think, yeah, that kind of behaviour is not on. I definitely confronted the person as soon as possible, as soon as they were, done so confidently, so like it was a matter of fact, like it was absolutely fact, like almost like a science to them that apparently I was too autistic, that I did actually confront them. And I said, obviously it's wrong and you hurt my feelings, whatever you say as sensible as possible, considering that, that's the most disgusting thing that's ever been said to me in my entire life. And they're like, oh, and they were getting all like weird about it. And then sometime later down the track, I confronted them again when they were actually in the right headspace. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they gave me all the sad looks and, oh, I apologize. It's never going to happen again. And I would send the counter where it has actually happened again. But the thing being, I avoid this person as much as possible. Only in instances where I can't. I obviously, make small talk, which I've learned very well how to do. But yeah, I'm making it loud and clear on this video, on this reel, wherever this pops up, because I will put up on a couple of socials, possibly. I haven't quite decided. Yeah, words affect people. Words are powerful. Words have power. In my opinion, I'd say don't abuse that power. For me, words are special. They have to be used with purpose, with meaning. And I try and use it in a way that will make things not better. Maybe I might be shining a light or something, like it might be an autism awareness thing that I might be doing, but I'm so careful. I'm so careful with my words when I'm doing social media, when I'm talking with other people in real life or online, for me, words are sacred. They hold so much power that they can change possibly a person's world. And like, thinking back now about that incident, I'm like, I have so many questions. Like, there's so many blowing them out, just in case you want to hear them, which I still can't believe. So like, apparently, can a person be too autistic? I would say no, they can't. Although I never found out about my diagnosis, I was never meant to. I was never meant to like find out at all. And so that's maybe another video I could do this whole story about, and it's a story of my life, so technically it's not a story, it's real life as well. Yeah, like, can you be normal? I don't think you can be. I don't think it's bad to be neurodivergent or autistic. So if you are, then I really don't think it's a bad thing, because I am autistic and neurodivergent, and I really think ADHD, but I obviously have to get assessed for that. Yeah, it just it's like in the society I live in, there are like instances where I hear, oh, you have to be more normal, or might be implied you have to be normal, like there is a right and a wrong, like there is normal and abnormal, and apparently no one wants to be abnormal. I'm just, yeah, it's just not on. Well, it's crushing to hear that as an autistic person who's trying to make the most of their autistic identity, and not only that, to make the most of their holistic personality and identity, which covers not only autism, it covers the fact that I am female, girl, woman, a bunch of different labels that I use, because some of them are from society, sorry. I do talk really fast, so sometimes I stumble over my own words. And just the fact that like I'm trying to make the most of these labels, the ones I want to pull out and the ones I want to self-identify with. But the fact that, yeah, my autism is being used against me for someone who's not even autistic and used in such a way, well, that's the whole situation, right? That's just like, that's disgusting. It never should have happened. I'm so happy I confronted the person. I will not deal with bullying. I will not deal with verbal abuse. I will not deal with any kind of smart remark or hurtful feeling, which maybe at the time the person wasn't thinking. But you know what? I'm not having any of this. In the past, I was very meek. I was very mild. I was very shy. I was very... Oh, I shouldn't say anything. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to be rude. Well, I'm not being rude when I'm standing up for myself. I don't care if people think I'm being bitchy, if I'm being mean or rude, or I'm talking back, because I have had remarks from people in the mental health field. Apparently I talk back when I'm, standing up for myself, and no, I'm not. I'm making it loud and clear. I will not be talked down to. I am a person. I have feelings, obviously, and obviously I don't show my feelings all the time, because that's a trait of autism, and I do want to go into a whole video or a whole segment another time about like autism and feelings, and how I don't want to feel feelings all the time, but that could be a whole another video at some point, hopefully. But the thing being, it's just so important for me not to think that being autistic is bad. Ever since that incident, I have been thinking, oh, is being autistic, is it a bad thing? Is it abnormal? And then I hear all these diagnostic things being said, like it is abnormal. And oh yeah, there's ABA and there's all these therapies, and you can get treated. And the fact being, I should be more accepting of this diagnosis. I know there are plenty of autistics who have accepted their identity and their diagnosis, but I just can't completely believe that this has even happened to me. It's like the number one worst thing anybody has said to me in real life. It's just absolutely disgusting. It makes me so livid, so angry, so alive, right? But I'm using this aliveness to say, like, to the viewers out there, yeah, definitely don't stand up to this. Sorry, definitely do stand up to this behaviour. Don't think it's okay. It is not okay. It's just like, when it happened to me, I was shocked. I was feeling so many different feelings at the same time. Anger, being livid, being obviously surprised, but also being very disappointed and very even numb. Can get emotion numb as well as a bunch of other feelings. But yeah, that kind of behaviour is just not on. It's not on now. I'm making it, very clear for my daily life and my day-to-day life to definitely not put up this kind of behaviour. I will be standing up to people in real life as well, and I'm very proud. This is probably the proudest moment of my life. When I stood up to the person, I said, no, it's not right. And I said a bunch of other things I can't quite remember, but I did basically say, in essence, no, it's not okay that I was called too autistic, that I was called not only too autistic, but you said to me all these reasons why I'm being too autistic, and how that makes me feel, and how upset, and how that hurts my feelings. I am so proud of myself that I did that. It's probably, like I said, the most proudest moment of my life. And this would be like part 1 of the video, but I'll be doing part 2 as well.